subscribe to my channel.
Alright, this side talk with Sasha. I'm back again. I'm Sasha Michelle.
Cook Up Mason.
I got Mason with me today. So Mason, we're just gonna ask a couple questions because you be out the way.
I'm out the
Some
way.
people
I
be
be
wanna
working.
know who Mason is. So Mason, how you get your name? Like Cook Up with Mason.
Uh, I was just I like to work on the spot in
Mm-hmm.
sessions, and I like to make beats from scratch in sessions with artists.
Mm.
And I was in the studio with Miss Blaze, a Mississippi artist, and it was during her session, and she said, "Cook Up Mason," and we told her to go in the booth.
That's how you
And
got your tag?
yep, and she
Okay.
went in the booth and just recorded a couple times. And I just pulled one and put a couple effects on it, and this
Okay.
just kind of stuck.
Mason, where you from?
Kind of all over the place. I was born in Washington State. I lived there until I was 10, and then I moved to a little town in South Arkansas called Kirby when I was 10.
I ain't never heard of it.
Yeah, it's way out the way. Uh, I lived there till I was 15, and then I moved to Mississippi, and I went like all through high school in Mississippi and lived there till about a year and a half ago, and been here since.
So how you get into music?
I played keys like when I was a little kid. Like I've always just like been interested in music. For like my 8th birthday, I asked for an iPod. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've always just like been a avid music listener,
Mm-hmm.
and I took a couple years of piano lessons as a little kid, and it just kind of burned into my brain forever. And when I found out that I could like make beats, it all just kind of clicked.
So how you link up with Brightspace and them? Like how you get there?
So my mom and sister live up here, and when I was living in Mississippi, I was like coming up here to visit them, and whenever I'd come up here, I would look for a music studio, and I ended up just like Googling music studios in Little Rock, and I pulled up a couple times and just like booked sessions for myself just to make beats, and then just built a relationship with Brace from there.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I see you had like over 55 million streams.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's major. Like, how you feel about that? Like, what you think? Like when you first started, like how you feel about your progression from like you first started?
I mean,
like, how you feel like when you first started? Like how you feel about your progression, like from where you started to where you at
now? If I could tell, if like the person I was when I first started could like see where it's going,
you wouldn't have never thought.
Like yeah, so that's how I like to think of it. But at the same time, like I try to just like keep it moving, and just.
Cause you're real humble, like.
Yeah. I mean, cause I feel like that's how it should be. Like we're all regular people. I've met a lot of like bigger artists, and some of them are nicer and more down to earth than others. But I don't know. I just feel like you always kind of got to stay grounded.
What is South Mississippi sound about?
Okay, South Mississippi Sound. That it means a lot to me. South Mississippi Sound was the production team that me and my friend Mikey, my best friend Mikey, he's another producer, and then my other best friend Big, we founded that. That was like our production team, the three of us, and we worked out of a studio in Mississippi, and we just traveled around, and that was just us. Like
Mason,
that was our collective.
That was actually my bad. I'm interrupting. Gosh, how you feel like people be that kind of stereotype you, like because your skin color whatever.
I mean, at first glance, it's like if you see like a white guy in the studio in the setting that I'm in, it's usually like, okay, he's a producer, a videographer, or he works for a label or something, So it doesn't really bother me. I don't feel like it should bother anyone in my position. Um, I don't usually have people just treat me different, like especially like once they get to know me, So it's
because when I first met you, I think I don't know what Trey was doing. So he was like Mason record y'all. I was like Mason, I don't know what he don't know how to do shit or whatever. But you knew like you know your shit and
right.
you good as hell. Like so I feel like people be like they'll look at you and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like
oh yeah, and
white dude, he don't know what he doing.
and people did that a lot in here at first glance, like especially when I first started here. But
I feel like you changed your look too, cause you used to I don't know. You
Oh
used to
yeah,
wear hats and shit.
I'm
Used to
pretty
look good.
casual most of
Yeah.
the time, but yeah, it took a lot of time of just people in the area here getting to know me, cause like that's how it was in Mississippi too when I first started. Cause thing was like when I was working with my guys in Mississippi, I was never recording. My friend Big, who was again, I also gotta say my friend Big, he passed away a couple years ago to
Yeah.
cancer, and so like that kind of shifted everything, and
Mm-hmm.
he always did all the recording. So when I moved up here, it and came to this studio, I started recording on Pro Tools. So it was kind of like I just
You
had
had to
to,
be more hands on instead of just in the
yeah,
back.
right. And it
Yeah.
was like I was always in the studio as a producer, like making the beats, but
Mm-hmm.
I never had to record
Showed
because
your
Big
face
was
type
always
shit.
there. So
How was that too? Like when people do stereotype you, kind of like be second guessing, but then you get in here and just show them like, I'm
oh
really that. Like I know what I'm doing.
and it doesn't usually take much. I either play some beats or record them a couple times, and they're like, "Oh yeah,
They
he
be
knows
shocked,
what
like,
he's
Mike,
doing."
you did this.
And I get it because I mean that's how it is for most people. Like the first time you record with anybody or work with anybody, you can be kind of skeptical until you see how they work.
Mm-hmm.
So I completely understand that. So
I see you work with a lot of major artists. Like I see you was featured on Rollo, and then you
hmm
had some with Money Man. So
hmm
who you feel like was the best? Like not even trying to make a competition, but
uh
what's your experience?
like honestly some of my favorite music I've ever made is like the music I've been making recently with ABGR Lil Corey,
Mm-hmm.
and then other than that I have a couple with Big Yavo that I really like. The first song that ever really like started to get big and like got my name out there a little more was a song with a guy from Texas named Grind Too Hard O'Shea.
Mm-hmm.
It was a song called Danny Phantom, and it
Mm-hmm.
like went up on TikTok and just kind of took a life of its own. But those are some of my favorites.
Who's the artist that you want to work with?
Future,
You want to work with
I
Future?
definitely want to work with
For sure.
Future.
I can see you working with Future.
hmm
So, what was your worst experience in the studio? You ain't got to say a name, but
Uh,
like a worst session you done had.
I haven't had many just like bad sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Like 99 times out of 100 if you like hear about a bad session, it's not going to involve my name. But
Mm-hmm.
like the couple bad experiences I've had, like there was some bigger producers that I like at the time looked up to,
Mm-hmm.
and like I was out in Dallas working with some of my friends out there, and we were told to like go to the studio because these big time producers were coming through, and I at the time I didn't really have much going on. Like I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have many placements. My name wasn't what it is today,
Mm-hmm.
and so they walked in. These big time producers walked in the studio. It was just me and Mikey and my guy Big. It was just us in the studio, and they walked in, and they just walked in kind of weird, and they like we are just like what's going on, how's it going, and started to kind of introduce ourselves, and they just kind of like walked past us like they didn't
Damn.
see us, and so like they went in the room and they were just kind of acting weird, and they ended up just like leaving shortly after. But it just made me like look at like people that I look up to that I don't know. Like
Mm-hmm.
it just made me look at that a little different. Like it made me not as quick to like I don't want to say idolize, but that's kind
Mm-hmm.
of what I just like. It made me not so quick to look up to like people in the industry
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know, like no matter what they've accomplished,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like if I don't know you, then you're just
Right, because
I just
everybody
know
we
what
like regular people.
right because
Mm-hmm.
I just know what you've done. Like I don't know you,
Yeah, as a
so
person,
yeah,
for
so
sure.
that's kind of what that taught me.
How important is it to you to like learn from your mistakes? Because I know, like, as being a producer, we make mistakes sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely think it's important. Like, a lot of times producers will go through like not getting paid for a song, and they just crash out on the artist or go to Instagram for something, and it's just like I feel like in a lot of cases you just have to, if something goes wrong or if something goes left or doesn't go how you want it to go, that you gotta learn from that and know how not to do that next time, like how to Like if you don't get paid from a song, you got to know how to prevent that next stuff like that. Like,
So how would you go about that? Like if you didn't get paid, like instead of going to social media and bashing, how would you go about it?
I mean, I'll just hit the artist up and try and work things out, and from there, like if they're still not trying to pay me, I mean, like, you can take down songs and file takedown notices and all that, but it's like, honestly, it's like if the song isn't doing anything, then it's like neither
So
one
it's
of
the
us
whole
are.
process. Like you can file a takedown
Yeah,
notice.
like if someone steals your beat, you can go and take down the song and stuff, but it's like I don't care enough about it. Especially if the song's like not doing streams,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, what am I taking it down for? Like, you're not making any money on the streams because the song's not streaming, and I'm not losing. It's just like kind of like whatever, just that's how I look at it. I used to do YouTube beats. I used to post a lot of YouTube beats,
Mm-hmm.
and I was always dealing with just like random kids ripping my beats off YouTube and like recording on BandLab and just posting on SoundCloud and shit. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, you get to a point where it's like, I don't care. My beats are getting someone's listening to that somewhere, so it's like, I don't care.
How does that work? Cause I had a friend. I think she got all her beats from YouTube, and her
Mm-hmm.
mixtape got took off Apple.
Yeah, that's probably because she didn't lease the beats.
So what is that about listening to beats? Like
So
you got to reach out. Like what?
okay, yeah, when it's okay to use YouTube beats, but if you're gonna, then you gotta understand that you need to purchase the lease or the exclusive, which is usually, you can find a link to it in the description or hit up the producer that posted it. And then the other thing about using YouTube beats is like, you might lease this beat and then you'll hear another person on the beat later that
Mm-hmm.
went and bought the exclusive from it because it was still up for grabs because you only leased it.
Right.
So
So leasing is like damn near borrowing.
yeah, it's like non-exclusive. You're paying to use it,
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. When you buy an exclusive, like you're buying the exclusive rights to use it. No one else can use it. So.
Okay. Mason, what's up with you and Red Bull? We see
Oh, I like the Red Bull.
you
I
a
like the
Red
Red
Bull
Bull.
fanatic. You got you one
I
back
keep the
here.
Red Bull. I've been trying to cut back on them though. I've been drinking coffee.
So what's your favorite flavor? You feel like?
I like the red one. I like the yellow one. And
I like the yellow can too. You tried the strawberry?
I tried to start. You talking about the
I think it's strawberry apricot.
Yeah, I like that one too. I like that one, and then they got a new pink one this fire. I like the
You
pink
like
one.
the pink
I
one?
like the pink one.
It was alright to me. It kind of tastes like medicine a little bit. Like it really wasn't so berry.
See, I ain't like the purple one though. They got like
I ain't tried the purple
can.
I just tried the white one though. I think this
The
kind of
white
one of
one's
my
cool.
favorites.
I don't even like coconut stuff. But I like the white one.
I like the white one.
Yeah.
I feel like the berry, the coconut berry, the berry take up more than the
Yep.
coconut.
Yep. I agree.
So, how you feel like growing up was for you? Like, what really like made you feel like what? How you get into keys? Like, what made you feel like music? This is my thing.
I don't know. I guess I've always just like just taken to music. Yeah, like I was always just like just interested in music as a kid. Like I don't know. It just, when my mom put me in piano lessons for those couple years, and it just kind of stuck with me. Like I learned like the basics of like I used to do like the recitals. There's a picture of me like dressed up playing a little recital and shit. And I that knowledge, just the basic knowledge of basic music theory and stuff like that, it just kind of stuck with me. And I as I got older, I started listening to rap music more, and I started listening to other genres more. And then when I was in high school, I met my friend Mikey, and like we actually met in guitar class, met in music
so you know
class.
how to play the guitar?
A little bit. My friend Mikey is way better than me at guitar, and it was like, so when we had like our production group, it was like I played the keys, Mikey played the guitar and bigger chords, so we would be able to. We just crafted this sound that was like guitar and keys, and it just meshed together really well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Mikey introduced me to Logic Pro, which is what I still make beats in. And yeah, from that point forward, it was like it really took my full focus. Like I lost a lot of interest in everything else, like school. Like it was, this was like the end of my senior year when I started making beats, and I was about to go into college, and I just kind of lost interest. I did a semester of college, and I passed it, but I just didn't go back. So,
how did you end up linking with what ABM?
ABGR Lil Corey.
ABGR.
so we're both from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and
he got a different sound. I like him.
yeah,
I like him.
he's bringing the trap back. So
he gonna let you know in the songs he got that dog shit.
Yeah,
he loves saying that dog shit.
No, that's my guy. He's from where I'm from, and I used to do a lot of work with his older brother Bando, and who's locked up right now. And other than that, like when Corey first dropped Old School, I had like a ton of different like A&Rs from labels hitting me up that I knew that were like, "Yo, who's this kid? He's going crazy. He's from Hattiesburg. He's from your city." And like once I really just figured out what was going on, like when I figured out what was going on, I drove straight from Little Rock to Mississippi and locked in with him, and we did some sessions and just like really locked it in. I'm grateful for the role that I'm able to play in his career. So
how you feel like? Well, can you look at certain people? You can just tell, like, you know how some people got to bring out their shell.
Oh yeah,
some
I knew.
People just already got it. So you just knew.
I knew. Like I immediately I knew because it was just such a different sound, and then I feel like his sound, like I don't know what me and my guys from South Sippy were working towards for so many years was just to like have a Hattiesburg artist that would just like go through the roof. And that was always the biggest dream. Besides working with Future or whoever, it was like we wanted to have a Mississippi artist that went crazy, specifically Hattiesburg, that went crazy. And so it feels like I'm fulfilling a mission with this. Like it's because Hattiesburg has never really just had someone that's just like.
And I never even heard of Hattiesburg. Like I heard, Jacksonville and everywhere else.
Right, yeah, there's Jackson, Mississippi, and then there's like the coast, which is like Biloxi, Gulfport, and stuff, and there's like up north the towns where the colleges and stuff, but like in Hattiesburg's in between Jackson and the coast, and all it's really known for is University of Southern Mississippi. It's like a D1 college, but other than that, it's just the music scene's been there, but there hasn't really just been much to really pop. There's been a couple guys from the surrounding area that have like came to Hattiesburg and like had some success and had some songs that did well, but no one just really stayed consistent and just went on the type of run that Corey's doing right now.
Yeah, so, he on a hell of a run. Like he consistent, and like I feel like he got it. Like you said, like the old Gucci.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's doing his thing. I'm pretty happy with like the sound that we're creating with him. It's like a new take on like an old classic, So yeah.
So Mason, why you feel like you private? Do you take pride in being private, or it's just how you is? Like,
it's not even that I'm just like super private.
Not even private, but like you out the way.
I'm out the way. I don't I've never been big on just like going out to the clubs and stuff. If I'm out of town, like I'll go out and I'll have fun and stuff. But like when I'm home, like I'm working. You might just see me in some just regular clothes at home most of the time, just because I'm working. When I'm out of town, that's when I'll bring out my nicer clothes. I'll start going out, and I just when I'm home, I'm on a mission.
Locked in.
Like just like someone works their 9 to 5 and he puts on the scrubs 5 times a week or whatever, puts on the suit 5 times a week. Like I'm putting on my regular clothes and my backpack with my computer 5 times a week, 6, 7 times a week sometimes, and I'm just working. So as far as like not posting my personal life, like I kind of just like converted when I started making beats, I kind of just like converted my personal pages into like music pages, and I've just focused on just posting mainly music on it. I've thought about like starting personal accounts or maybe just showing a little bit more personal stuff on my main Instagram and main accounts and stuff, but I don't know. In the future, I definitely want to do more like vlogs of me making beats. I just got these Ray-Ban Metas,
I was just gonna say you got the cameras on there.
I can do like I go live and make beats a lot, so I can like go live like first person mode making beats with these. So like
I think you should do
stuff like that. I'm definitely gonna start doing stuff like that. So in the future.
So basically, if you wasn't here, like if you feel like you didn't get into beats and stuff, like what you think you'd be doing?
Dang.
You think you would have finished college?
It's hard to say because at the time I don't feel like I would have finished college unless I knew exactly what I wanted to be there for. Because because that was the problem. When I was making beats and trying to go to college, I knew I wanted to make beats, and I could go to school for music, but it's like
it's like when you're doing what you love, it ain't a job.
Right.
Like
exactly. And that's how I still feel most of the time. It doesn't feel like a job. It feels like I'm just doing what I love. And if I could do it for free, I would. But it's like I have to make my living doing this. So it's like, yeah. But I definitely do this because I love it first. Like you can't chase the money. So you got to just do it because you love it. So
what you think you'd be doing if you wasn't?
That was a question. I'd like to say like something in the medical field or something, but like at the same time, like I don't like I get queasy with like my mom's a nurse, so it's like I get queasy by stuff she be telling me. Probably just like some type of blue collar shit, welding, on an oil rig. I would be doing just something to just make some paper while I'm young and just somehow set myself up. So that's still the goal now. I'm just trying to get it while I'm young so that I can just do what I want to do while I'm older. So
okay. Do you got any closing messages?
Just do what you love. Long live my brother Big. South Sippy Sound till infinity, to the moon. Shout out Little Rock. Shout out Hattiesburg. That's about it.
All right. Well, here we got Cook Up Mason. Thank you, Mason, for coming out. Thank you for letting me interview you again. I
appreciate you. This is my first interview, so I
I'm glad to be the
first.
Start your vlog.
I got to.
More.
I got